Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm going to show you an easy technique which you can use to quickly add headlights to your automotive photography. We are going to do this with a double exposure. So you need one exposure for your main image with the lights of the car off, and one with lights of the car on and properly exposed to the lights. Now we're going to import the images. So we're going to go to File, Script, and then you select Load Files into Stack. Now we're going to click Browse to select the two images we want to stack. And you click OK, and then you can let Photoshop try to align the images to each other. And it does that by looking at the images individually and see if there's references that it can place them on top of each other and try to align them as good as possible. Sometimes this doesn't work and it's just you have to try with or without the checkbox and see what works best for this scenario or the images that you are working with. Now, once we have the images in Photoshop, make sure the image with the lights is on top. And you can check that by just switching on and off the separate layers. Now once you have your layers aligned, we're gonna take the image with the lights, or the layer with the lights, and you set the mode to lighten. This will make sure that it only takes the lighter parts from that layer and make it visible to all the other layers below. So as you can see now, you're basically done with adding the lights already. This is the main focus of this video, the main technique that I want to show you. It really adds something to your image, a car with the lights on, and you don't have to post-process too much and work with overexposed lights. And when you have extra parts that are lighter that you want to take out, for example the green dot, then you can create a layer mask. Just take a brush that you set to black and you can brush it away on the mask layer. Let's take a bit of a larger brush and you can just brush it away. And then just take your time to look around the image, switch the lights layer a couple of times to make sure that there are no lights that are unwanted or lights that you want to mask out for your final exposure or final image. So that was the main technique for this video. You now have two exposures, one for the lights and one for the car, added together, and you should have some decently looking headlights on your car at this moment. Next I'm going to take it a bit further by applying a camera raw filter and then taking it to Lightroom afterwards. Now for the final exposure adjustments on the main image, I'm going to take it or apply a camera raw filter just to fix a bit of the sky and make the main exposure a bit lighter. I took the image a bit underexposed to make sure I had some information in the sky and the colors, because it was during sunset and it was quite dark already. I'm applying a gradient here with a color overlay just to give it that warmer summer feeling. You can use the shift key to make it align in a straight line horizontally or vertically when you're applying a gradient. And just see what works best. I normally tend to keep it to top or bottom half of the car, just to get a bit of overcast of the color overlay of the gradient, just to make it fade in a bit more, so it looks more natural and you have a bit of color cast on the car itself. I'm gonna apply a radial filter now to fix the exposure on the car itself. Like I said, the image was a bit under to preserve the sky, so we have to boost the car exposure a bit now. I don't want to make the difference between the foreground and background too harsh, so I'm also going to take a bit of that in the filter. With the mask option you can see the part it's applying the mask to, and make sure that the invert button is not selected. I always like to add a bit of clarity just to make the contrast and the image a bit sharper. A bit of a saturation boost. And I show it before and after. As you can see, it really brings out the colors and more details in the car. I think we need just a tiny bit more in the sky. Just gonna play a bit more with this gradient. And a few warmer tones. And we can drag it down a bit more. Just to bring a touch of extra color to the car. And this one's a bit wide, we don't want too much of the sky affected by it. Hey, do you like what you see? Then like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. I'm just trying to see what looks best here. I would have preferred to be about half an hour sooner, but it was quite dark at this moment. So let's finish this here. And this is where we're at now. I'm gonna do a quick cleanup of the image. I won't be recording that, as it's mainly doing the same thing over and over again. If you're interested in those videos, just let me know, then I might make it into the video next time. So for this, I'm going to jump into Lightroom right after this. And then we have the cleaned up image to continue working with. So this is the cleaned up image in Lightroom. I'm gonna do the final edit here, just tweaking some details and really making the final image look as best I can. First we're gonna play a bit with the lights and darks and the main exposure of the whole image. Just add a bit of the darks, just to get some of those details back. This looks good for me. And we're gonna just mask out the car. You can use the O key to see what you are masking. And I only want to select the car here. You have to watch out for any excessive masking. As you can see on the rear of the car now, it went a bit over. So we have to take that away. You can use the Alt key to select the remove brush for the mask. Now this should be about fine for this mask. So when you hit the O key again, it will remove the mask. And you can just continue with the main edit and the settings of the mask itself. Let's bump the exposure a bit. It should be fine. Get a bit more detail from those shadows. Let's take the blacks down just a bit. Here before and afters, see what we can do. Let's add some clarity. Just a bit only to the car. Let's just adjust the main exposure. Let's change the color temps a bit warmer. This is starting to look good now. Tiny bit of vignetting for the corners below. I don't want to overdo it because of the sky. I'm just watching here with a few before and afters to see if there's anything else I would like to change, but this looks fine to me for a quick edit. And I'm happy with the result so far. So this is the final result. Let me know what you think about this video. If you like this setup, if you would like to see more of the cleanup process. If you have any techniques of your own or any tips, tricks that I can use in my photography, just let me know in the comments below. Feel free to like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and hit the bell icon if you want to get notifications when a video goes live. For now, thank you for watching and have a nice day.